Hello, everybody. Good morning. I want to welcome our student to our first virtual job fair, and this is exciting.
Yeah,
So we are
sorry about
on.
sorry about Andrew. We had to put down our step down. We had to hire some homely looking folks, so and I'll be as good looking as me.
Oh no, he's great. We're so happy to have you both of you today. I know, Chris, we've worked with gym management for years. I want to say 20 years plus
Yes.
at City College. It goes back a long way. And Wendy's and KFC, and we have each of them by City College, and I visit them once in a while. I try to be good because I got to eat, But something about their employees, they do a great job. And I don't know what you do, how you decide to hire who, but every time I've gone through KFC and every time I've gone through Wendy's, they've been exceptional. As compared to other fast foods I've gone through, McDonald's and so forth. Um, but you do a good job in hiring, and I'm wondering if you go through a certain type of criteria um, when hiring people. So, people make your organization succeed, or they can do the opposite too. But you seem to know you're doing a good job in choosing the employees.
Well, I think one of the things that we look for when we're looking to hire somebody is their reliability. Are
Yeah,
they honest? Will they show up to work?
yeah.
And then once we get them in, then it's taking care of them. You
Okay.
know, some of well, probably since before last time we actually had live job fairs,
Hmm.
some of the benefits for our team members, we now all of our team members get a free meal while
Oh,
working. So, that's a benefit in itself.
yeah.
And, we have a lot of, unfortunately, younger folks that sometimes that's their only meal.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
since the last live job fairs you see behind me is, we now serve breakfast. So we're serving breakfast,
Yeah,
lunch and dinner
right.
throughout the restaurants.
Wow. So that's something, it's heartening. Gosh, to hear that is sketching the heart. So I thank you for doing that for your employees, and I'm sure they're very grateful as well. But tell us about gym management. What does gym stand for, and how did you come across Wendy's and KFC, and where are you located,
Well,
etc.
our corporate offices is here in Fresno. We're out
Hmm.
behind the river park, behind the Sam's Club.
Yeah.
And the gym management, JEM, actually stands for Joan, Edna, and Margaret.
Oh.
Those were Joe Desmond, our founder. That was his two daughters and his wife's initials, first initials.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
where the JEM came in.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we're still here. We're an old company. In fact, last April, we celebrated, or actually, we say this April, we celebrated 61 years as a franchisee of KFC.
Wow.
We're one of the I think we're the third oldest KFC franchisee in the country, and we're the oldest Wendy's franchisee in the country. Store number 12 was actually there on Blackstone and Shaw Avenue.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so we have a lot of history
Uh-huh.
in the industry.
Yes.
Uh, we're an award winning. All of our stores are getting remodeled. In fact, the one there you speak of at City College,
Hmm.
that one probably in June will go down, and we're doing what we call a gut and build there. So
Hmm.
it will literally just have three walls left,
Oh my gosh.
and it's going to undertake a major remodel uh, inside the restaurant where it'll have the dining inside will have Wi-Fi for the kids.
Hmm.
So we're actually going to be investing
Hmm.
probably close to $2 million there
Oh my
in
gosh.
redoing that particular site. So, and as you see throughout town, we've remodeled most of the ones here in Fresno, but in
Hmm.
fact, we just opened two brand new locations in Visalia.
Mm,
So that's
okay.
one thing, we're recruiting in Fresno, Madera, Kings, and Tulare County. So if you have students that commute in and are
Yeah.
looking in those areas,
Hmm.
we have lots of opportunities for them.
Okay. I've stated this in other sessions, and I want people to know, applying for fast food is so valuable. And the reason for it is the skill that you learn dealing with the public, um, working in a fast-paced environment, cashiering, money handling, and so forth. But the customer service aspect is huge because it's so transferable to other jobs later. And I know the nurse recruiter for community hospital mentioned a couple months ago when they get applicants applying for nursing jobs, most of them have gone through City College, Fresno State, and they all have the same credentials. But what they look beyond that and they look to see what was done in their college years, their high school years, customer service. The Fresno Police Department specifically said that, and they recruit people, going into say, Wendy's or so forth, uh, for their positions because that skill is so important in the jobs that they do later on. So it can make I think it's fantastic. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, and Joe Desmond, our founder, he always enjoyed when he would be in a restaurant and
Mhm.
a guest would walk in and say, "Oh, Mr. Desmond, do you remember me? I worked for you at here." And now they're a nurse or a doctor
Yeah.
or a lawyer or a
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
We realize that our jobs are not, some people, don't make them as a career.
Yeah.
They just are in those jobs to help through
Right.
school or,
Right.
to help as a second income or something. And we understand that. And, we're happy when people do move on and
Hmm.
get into their career, but we're glad they stayed with us for a little while.
Yes.
And then you never know. We've actually had some that started that way. They were just going to be here a little while, and then 20, 30 years later, they're still with us.
Well, I was going to ask you about that, but potential of, of promotions and what type of promotions do you have? And, what is, I know for some other, competition, they can make $100,000 a year by being a manager of a restaurant or a district, whatever. But potential is, eh, opportunity is there as well, correct? Am I
Oh, definitely. And the
okay?
nice thing is us being based here locally, we've
Yeah.
used a lot of the business interns from City College
Mm.
have interned in our office and have stayed with us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the office, and it's, you don't have to get promoted, let's say, into the office. You can also get promoted from the office into the restaurants.
Right. Right.
So we have many opportunities, and we do try and look from within. So if somebody,
Mhm.
let's say, wants to move into an office setting,
Mhm.
that can become available to them down the road.
Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, so what positions are you currently hiring for? So obviously it's food service, customer service, but give us an idea. Is it just that, or is it more, or I don't know?
Well, sure. We have both brands. We have the Wendy's and Kentucky Fried Chicken brands.
Mhm.
And so all of our locations right now in the valley, in those four counties, we're trying to hire approximately 600 employees. Now that's full-time,
Wow.
part-time, team members through management. And that could be all the way up to a general manager
Wow.
in our restaurants. And, if you think about right now, and we talk about, yeah, minimum wage is $14 an hour.
Mhm.
If you work full time at that job, that's almost a little over 29,000 a year. And
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember, how old I was when I finally made $29,000.
Same
I was
here.
like,
Yeah.
woohoo!
Yeah.
And so, and that's only going to go up.
Yeah.
Next year, minimum wage goes to 15. We're
Mhm.
actually looking at raising that in October sometime
Oh, wow.
to get to the 15. And
Mhm.
that's going to put you over 31,000 a year. And then when you look at through management, we start currently what we call a shift manager at $16 an hour. And
Mhm.
then our general managers, you can make up to 60 plus with bonuses. And then when you go into our district, we actually then have a next level called a trainer, which covers an area. And then you go into district managers. And then a great example is our VP of Wendy's operations. She started with Wendy's at 16, not speaking English, and she's now my VP of Wendy's operations.
That's
I,
amazing.
yeah, in fact, we just promoted my director of operations for KFC is now our director of facilities.
Yeah.
And I promoted one of my DMs who was a general manager, started out as a team member, became a general manager, became a DM, and he's got promoted now to the director of operations.
That's amazing. And people don't realize about fast food what other opportunities in their high positions, a lot of responsibility, a lot of knowledge are there. And
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And,
So,
Dave Thomas had a great saying, I made a lot of people a lot of money over the years.
well,
And,
that, yeah.
and it's true because,
Uh-huh.
I make my mortgage payment
Mhm.
working in quick service. I paying for my
Mhm.
two kids' college. I got
Yeah.
cars. My livelihood is based on the quick
Yes.
service industry.
Yes. Somebody just asked a question. Are there currently any remote positions available? So are we talking
Nothing,
about,
yeah, no remote because and for, like all of our restaurant positions are in the restaurants.
okay. Okay, good. Well, that's amazing. And I love the opportunity for people. Doesn't matter, what your background is. If English is not your first language, the opportunities there. And you tell me exactly, when you hire somebody, I think we just answered this, but for those who become successful, what qualities do they have, to work at 16 and now they're the VP? And what, I don't know if you can pinpoint it, but what quality did they have or do they have um, that they possess to make them so successful?
Well, one of the things I look for is the willingness to learn.
Yeah.
If you have somebody that just shows up, just wants a paycheck, leave me alone, that's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody who may not be the greatest employee, but they're
Uh-huh.
willing to learn, they want to go
Uh-huh.
above and beyond, I
Hmm.
can deal with those folks and
Hmm.
train them
Yeah.
to become successful.
Yeah.
And our managers, our team members, they're like entrepreneurs. They're like their own business owner. They
Hmm.
have P&L responsibilities. So just like if
Hmm.
you opened up your own business, you're paying the bills.
Yeah.
Where do I have money to pay the bill, and how do I pay the bill? And
Right.
uh, one of the things with us is we've never had a layoff.
Oh, that's a good point. I never thought
And
about that.
where during this whole pandemic, we were hiring.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not laying anybody off. And so
Yeah. It's the
there's a
opposite.
lot of benefits to that. And when I bring up benefits, we offer medical insurance. So if you're full time with us and for 2 months, you become eligible for our benefit program. And we offer Kaiser throughout our company, and we have tiered plans. We have a bronze, silver,
Hmm.
gold, platinum plans to fit everybody's budget. We offer dental insurance, life insurance. We have a company paid life insurance. We offer a 401k with a up to a 4% match. Now, people young says, "Oh, what was that for?" People don't realize got to start
Yeah.
saving for your retirement because who knows, is Social Security going to be there when you retire?
Yeah. And people don't realize how fast it goes and they go, oh,
Yeah,
yeah. And I thought the same thing too. But before you're so caught up in the moment of trying to survive and getting this and doing that, before you know it, 10 years have passed and like, wow, I haven't started yet,
yeah.
so that's a great benefit to have. And it seems like not every company has all those
No, they
benefits.
don't. And
Yeah.
and like I said, our 401k is up to a 4% match. And I mean, even in
Oh,
other industries, that's a lot of money.
yeah, that
You know,
is.
so you basically, if you put 5% in, we put 4%. So we're giving you four, and you're vested from day one.
Oh, wow.
So when you leave, that money is yours.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no vesting period to it. So,
Right.
and we got a lot of great benefits that way. And again, people don't think about it, but they're
Yes.
there.
Wow. And that's good to know. Very good to know. Okay. So now a person, what skills do they need to have in order to apply? I mean, Do they need skills? If they don't have the skills, what do you suggest them doing on a when they put on their application what to say if they don't have a lot of work experience?
Okay. And I'll just shoot Teresa, just send us a quick note. Yes,
Uh-huh.
Teresa, we'll work with your school schedule. We pride ourselves in that. We want you to go to school. So we will work with your schedule. Just work with the manager at the restaurant and we'll fit you in. So don't worry about it.
Hmm.
Anyway, what was your question?
Oh, if somebody doesn't have any
Oh, yeah.
experience and they want to apply, what do they put on their app to get a positive attention so they
Well,
get an
and
interview?
it's the beauty of the entry level position was never designed to somebody coming in with experience.
Okay.
So we want sometimes prefer people with no experience because then you're learning the right way. You don't pick up the
Oh, that's
bad
a good
habits if
point.
you come from one of our competitors or wherever.
Yes. Yes.
So our job is to help you with those life skills. And
Right.
in both our Wendy's and KFC, we have CBT, which is computer based training for
Hmm.
all positions.
Oh,
So you're sitting in front of a computer and so you go through your training there and then you go out and you actually, so if it's making fries,
yeah.
you watch your video, you get certified on it, then you go out, you actually do it with a trainer. So you work the fries and you learn how to do them. So we give you those skills.
Yeah. And those skills are so applicable to so many other things later in life too. So
Mhm.
you're creating a resume as you work. So that's fantastic. Okay. Let me when somebody applies to Wendy's or KFC and they attach a cover letter, does that make a difference to you as an employer who's looking to hire or no?
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
Obviously, probably as you move up, let's say you're applying for a manager, a
Hmm.
nice cover letter would be good.
Right.
Our entry level positions, because again, if you have no experience, you have no experience.
Right.
One of the things I would look for is those to make sure you complete the application.
Okay.
I look for that. I look for the references. Let's see,
Mm.
who do I put for reference? I haven't worked anywhere.
Hmm.
Well, what about a teacher, an advisor, your pastor or priest from your church, your next door neighbor that you've lived
Hmm.
next to for 20 years and they know who you are?
Hmm.
I would advise people to make sure you put your reference. And one thing I would do is notify those individuals that, hey, I'm putting you down as a reference because, when you get a call, you don't want them to be surprised and say, well, who?
Yeah. That's happened to me. People didn't tell me, and I didn't know who this person was. And it was, I think, a police department from Maryland calling to do a reference on somebody who used my name, and I had no idea. And it didn't work out to her advantage, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
let somebody know, and it's somebody I must have met briefly.
And
I would choose somebody who knows you very
yeah.
well.
And one of the things as well, that I also look for is when you show up to an interview,
Hmm.
have a you don't have to have a fancy shirt and tie. If you're wearing a polo shirt, nice jeans, no holes,
Hmm.
because that's actually one of the other things that we've changed is you no longer, we used to have the black pants. Well, now you can wear blue or black jeans as long as you have no
Oh,
holes, no fancy stuff on there.
yeah.
So it's more relaxed, and we actually do have new uniforms in the restaurants. The team members wear T-shirts
Oh, okay.
that we provide them.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, but if you show up to an interview, wear a nice polo shirt or just button-down shirt.
Hmm.
Uh, look nice when you come in for the interview.
Hmm. Hmm.
That really goes a long way with me as well.
I agree with you. We do tell people that it depends what job you're interviewing. If you're going to interview for a management position, it would be different clothing, obviously. So it just depends on the position you want you're choosing. I want to ask some questions during an interview, if you can. I don't know. What type of questions do you ask? And I want to tell the audience that if you need practice in interviewing, please call the CEC and we can help you with that. So um, for people who've never interviewed before, It is not easy to do, but they can do it successfully. But it takes some practice. But can you give us an idea what an interview is like with you?
Yeah, you know, and I realize, I've sat down across from a lot of people,
Yeah.
and you see the ones that are shaking and a little nerve. You can hear it in their voice; it's
Yeah.
cracking, and
Yeah.
I try and put them at ease because I'm a very simple person, you know that,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I tell our folks in the restaurants, I says I'm not important. It's that
Uh-huh.
guest is the important person,
Right.
and how we treat them. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I try and put people at ease when I sit down and talk with them, and
Yeah.
I try and find out a little bit about themselves.
Mhm.
Uh, what classes are you taking, and what's your interest, and
Mhm.
what do you want to be in 5 years from now?
Yeah.
Those kinds of questions, and people are looking forward and looking to the
Mhm.
future.
Definitely. Definitely. For those who do get nervous, in a way, I think, they care, which is a great quality. And so they care what people think. But you do got to control those nerves so you can say what you want to say correctly.
Hmm.
And that shows you have control and strength and you can overcome. But I think people who are not nervous, and I've seen this happen a number of times where they come in and they just, to me, they don't interview as well. They don't have the edge. I don't know if they really want the job, in my opinion. But if you have some nerves, that's fine. But learn how to overcome.
Hmm.
So, but wow, okay,
And we're a very company that believes in, all of our employees to me are family.
yeah,
And we have a 800 number. You can call that number 24/7. Comes to my cell phone, and I'll talk with folks. We have a real open door policy.
uh
Uh,
huh,
Anybody can talk to us, and uh,
wow,
if they're having problems in a restaurant, because you're dealing with people,
right, right,
everybody.
right,
And I like to think that we treat everybody well. And
yeah, you do. Gosh, you have everything. You have potential for growth, which a lot of people don't know what you can do with KFC or gem restaurant, what opportunities are out there. Um, Gosh, I don't know what else we can. Is there anything else that you want to add, or I don't know
well,
if Andrew
the
wants.
nice thing, you talk about growth is
Mhm.
currently we're scattered from all the way from Porterville throughout the valley.
Yeah.
We go up into San Joaquin and Stockton
Hmm.
area up to Sacramento and Placer County, and then like you mentioned, over in the Bay Area
Yeah.
into San Jose, Sunnyvale, and San Mateo counties.
Wow.
So if somebody, let's say they're here just going to school, but they're going to transfer, for example, to Sac State,
Hmm.
well, you can
Hmm.
transfer within our company. So still
And
keep
work
your
up there.
job, keep your seniority, still go to school and have a place to work. So anywhere in
Other
Northern California,
benefits.
we can
Yeah.
help
Okay. Do we have somebody who wants to ask a question? Thought I heard somebody's voice. You kind of brought a question to my mind. So if somebody who's transferred to Sac State, I- they're majoring in business. Yeah, that could be so applicable to GEM because of management opportunities or marketing or whatever.
you.
So um,
Well,
that's
our
great.
restaurant managers are, as I said earlier, they're entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
They're actually running a business. They're
Yeah.
held accountable to their profit and loss statements. They're HR managers, they're
Yeah.
maintenance managers, they're marketing because they're going out to their community around their restaurants to help
Hmm.
market their restaurant.
Hmm.
So they're kind of like all those rolled into one
Yeah.
job. So you do experience everything
Yeah, you do.
running a restaurant.
Wow. Or any business. It sounds
Yeah.
like any
And
business.
if you move up into our management, we reward. I just handed out this last quarter almost $42,000 in additional bonus money to
Wow.
my team, and some
Wow.
of that went to team members. We've recognized some of them with $500,000 checks. So we're not afraid to reward our team members.
You said $500,000 checks?
No, 500 and $1,000 checks
Oh, and thousand. Okay.
that
Wow.
we awarded to our team members. And one of the nice things on the KFC side, they actually have it's called the Reach program, and team members of our KFCs can apply through that, and they can get money to help with college. In fact, we actually just had he was a restaurant general manager with us. He used the Reach grant for 4 years. He was able to get his degree, and he moved on. He wanted to better himself, and so which was a good thing. But those things are available to our team members to help you pay for school.
I think that's amazing. And that can for somebody, with limited means, that can really make a difference in somebody's life and take them to higher places they never thought they can go. And that's a nice opportunity. So I hope students out there who are here learn that and take advantage of it. That's fantastic. Wow. Let me see, what timer do we have? Okay, so we're here till it's already 12:51. We are so grateful for both of you to be here. And
Andrew, thanks for all your input, buddy.
You got it.
oh my gosh. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to post your job fairs on our website in the events part on our job speaker. And I think if you have any jobs, did you post anything on our job speaker?
No, I think that's where Andrew's going to need a little help in getting set up.
Yeah, we can help. That's no problem. We'll do that. And then we'll help promote. And then maybe in the near future, we can do something else to help you get the word out that you're hiring. Is there anything you want to say or anything you want us to know?
Nope. Just have a great day and hope to see everybody in the restaurants.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to go try your breakfast because those potatoes look fantastic. So I'm starving.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.